Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. So this listener says, good morning, you filthy pair. Firstly, I'd like to extend my condolences to Dan and his partner, Spina. Thanks very much. I wasn't going to read them out, but I'd already started, so thank you. I have a query for you guys. I've made a number of poor decisions in the last year, and one of them is getting back with my ex. We are back living together, and I'm not enjoying it at all. We fell straight back into toxic side of our relationship when we moved in. My issue is I can't afford to move out and live alone, and I will not be housed for months. How can I get myself out of this situation? Have you ever found yourself in a seamlessly hopeless place? Well, I've been in this situation.
Yeah, I think getting back with anyone is like a risk, especially if you were toxic before.
Yeah, we said that before, though, didn't we? Like, when you start talking together, you because it was so comfortable and familiar, that's what makes you think that it will work again, and you always forget all the shit that you hated with each other.
Yeah, exactly, and you forget the reason that you split up and all this shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a rough one. It's a rough one because obviously, if you've got family that you can go to, that's the best thing. Probably the best thing you can do. Like if I was to split up with Charlotte, I'd go to my mum's or whatever. But obviously, not everyone's got that option. But if you do have that option, take that fucking option and get out of there.
Yeah.
I would love to sit here and say, oh, you can work on it and stuff. But I think once you've reached toxic levels with a person, I think you're done.
Yeah.
Like I've been in relationships where I've been the toxic person, and it was better for both me and that person to be not in that relationship. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying it from a what's the best word to use there? An educated,
a
learned, an educated position.
A learned position.
Yeah. A learned position.
I've said before about when me and my ex split up and we had to live together. I ended up having to borrow money from my granddad to get the deposit to get my own place. And then luckily for me, my granddad didn't want the money back, but I was intending to pay him back. Yeah, it's fucking awful, man. Like the mental strain on the whole fucking thing is, and like you haven't broken up, so I don't think you've broken up. You're living together, and it's just fucking. It becomes like not revenge,
resentment.
Yeah. You just basically just being horrible to each other because you can't get away from each other.
And I know, like I've said it before in the podcast, I know 3 people. One of them, one of my neighbours is in this position as well. There is not enough money for one of them to leave, being earned in the household. So it's like they've been split up. I know a guy who's been split up from his ex for over a year, and he still lives with her and the kids and stuff, and they're all living in one house together. I'm like, how the fuck do you do it? And he was like, I just go out all the time. I was like, yeah, but then you're not going home. You're not enjoying, like, you're being at home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't relax if you're not fucking. Yeah, no, I can imagine. To go. You do, yeah.
And he just works all the time because obviously it's easier to be at work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's hard. Like I envy, and I obviously don't, but those people that can just turn around and be like, get out. And just not be concerned about where they are, or like even to like some of the worst things that my ex ever did to me never pushed me to the point where I was like, get the fuck out, and not concerned about where she would be,
where she actually ends up being.
Yeah. Because I knew, even like, because once I left, she then became a squatter. She stopped paying him,
Oh,
So I
really?
ended up losing my deposit. Yeah, and he was
Didn't know
like,
that.
"Oh, I need the deposit. I need the deposit." And I sent it to him, and I was like, "Now it's not my fucking problem. Don't mess with me again." And that was it. And then because I'm a dickhead. A few months later, started talking to her again.
Yeah.
But all of her stuff she left in there. He binned it all. Like
She's a
she
fucking
basically brought all
waster.
of her. Yeah, she brought all her stuff up here,
Yeah.
squatted in there, and then moved to her mates and just left all of her stuff, and he just binned it. So she has nothing. She literally had nothing.
What the fuck?
Why would you do that? Like all your fucking stuff. And then that's what made me laugh because like she'd all these great mates she had towards the end of our relationship. Not one
Not.
of them offered to come and help her move.
That's crazy.
She asked me fucking all day at work, and she goes, "Can you meet me at the flat?" So I went and met her, and she was like, "Can you help me move?" I was like, when are you moving out? She's like, "Tomorrow." I was like, "I'm in a fucking Astra, and you want me to move a fucking? How many trips do you expect me to fucking do? Like, what's going on there?" I was like, "No." "Oh, well, can't you store it at yours?" I'm like, "Hell fucking no, I'm my storing your crap in my fucking house."
Yeah, and then that just prolongs the agony then of having to deal
Yeah.
with her.
Oh yeah, it would have still been there now. I said
Yeah.
to her, I was like, "You're getting one trip." I was like, "You pack up some clothes and whatever you want, and you put it in the boot, and I'll drop you off somewhere, and I'm done. That's it. That's all you're getting out of me."
And that's good of her to good of you to have actually done that for her. I
Well, I was
would
there
have
already.
literally fucking drove past her and like waved at her, be like, "See ya, bye."
Oh, it's just a
Fucking deal with
fucking.
it.
If she had asked me in text, which she knows she shouldn't, that's why she didn't do it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't even have turned up because I was there.
she put you in the
Yeah, I mean,
position.
yeah, yeah. But fucking. But to me, all that sort of stuff that I did keeps me in the clear. Like I have there's
Yeah,
no point in my mind that I think myself, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. Like I did more than enough than any normal person would have done.
yeah.
So my fucking conscience is clear. She can badmouth me all she wants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
There's
know what I mean?
no way, shape, or form that that can come back and bite you on the ass.
No, but I'm sure she'll lie and find a way out of it. So yeah, it's tough, man. Like there isn't really any easy situation out of it. Like I said, I had to borrow money because it got to. I think I was intended to be there for 3 months, and after a month, I couldn't handle it anymore
Hmm.
around my granddad, and I was like, I need to borrow money, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. There's a problem if you don't tell me," and I'm like, "Well, I don't really want to fucking tell you, do I?" And then I just fucking left her there. But like Jamie says, like if you haven't got parents or that to go to, you just got to fucking
Most parents would take you in,
yeah. Oh hell
if
yeah,
they can.
yeah.
Obviously, if they're within like your life, like sometimes they might be too far away or whatever.
Mm.
Um, other than that, if you've got a good friend that will put you up for a few days until you find something. If you're that desperate to get out, I would go and stay at a hotel for a night or two,
Yeah,
or
or
find like
just
a cheap
fucking
Airbnb. Do you know what? I know one person that actually does this. They don't own a house. Yeah, I just think this is mental. When I found out that this is how she lives, she doesn't own a house, but she just goes round looking after people's pets, and that's her job.
nice.
And she like stays in their house for like a week, and she has so many clients that she's never had to pay for accommodation in like 2 years or something. She said,
That's
but
fucking
she's always
class.
looking after someone's dog or cat.
Yeah, that's all right though. Fuck that. That was a fucking quality job. I always see these people that are like living in their cars and that,
Hmm.
and some of them are proper like fucking kitted it out. Like
Yeah, they've got like a proper setup.
yeah, like they've changed like the passenger seat so it can lay right down, and they've got like a foam thing they put over it to make a bed
Hmm.
and this sort of stuff. Like there's definitely ways. It's not. I'm not saying it's the most comfortable, but
It's a way to get
you
out
know,
initially.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I think as well, if you declare yourself as homeless to the council, they can put you in a place. The place might be shit,
Mm,
but you're not in what you're not dealing with the situation you have to deal with at the minute.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a tough one, man. Like I wouldn't wish it on anyone because,
No.
like I said, I've been there and fucking it's awful. One of the worst fucking months of my life.
I can imagine.
Like just being at work because obviously I had to drive 40. Well, when I lived there, it was almost an hour,
Mm.
and I was just driving home as quick as I fucking could. I don't want to like banging someone in the flat and all this sort of shit.
Yeah, paranoia
Ugh.
setting.
Fucking nightmare. But hopefully you're gonna get it sorted and like the council or whatever pull through, or you find a way out of there and you can just put it behind you. But just put it as lesson learned, mate.
Mm.
Lesson learned.